Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Doxy Mom. I'm here with Indy up here and we're going to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less. Going to try to do that today. We have quite a bit to get over. Now if you haven't subscribed already, I'd greatly appreciate it if you hit that little red subscribe button. And if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. So let's get into it. Now guys, today I watched a phenomenal video put out by True Reporting. That's T-R-U Reporting. And it's on a thread by T. Benjamin. And it's about President Trump. It's about Tesla. It's about when the plan probably started. Guys, I'll link it in the description. I'll let you take a look at it. But let me tell you, all I can say is free energy. Keep that in your minds, okay? Now, maybe you saw Project Veritas. Well, they're at it again, and they have found a whistleblower for Pinterest. Now, I've never been on Pinterest, but Pinterest is a social media company. They're worth about $12.7 billion, and they are censoring conservatives and Christians, just like Facebook, just like Google. Apparently on Pinterest there's a site called Live Action, and that exposes what happens during an abortion. Well, Pinterest has put that on their block list under porn. I know, guys, and they're censoring Christians and Bible verses, because if you type in Christian, it's blocked from autocomplete. Now, you type in Muslim, it's not, but Christian it is. And then their Bible verses are being labeled as brand unsafe. Can you imagine Bible verses being unsafe? I mean, this is just ridiculous, but that's all right. Things are starting to change. Like in my last video, I told you they're going after, and investigations are coming up against Facebook, Amazon, Apple, and Google. So that's good news for us conservatives out there. Maybe at some point we'll quit being blocked. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Now, I hope you all watch Serial Brain too, and I'll link this below. I won't get into it all, but according to Serial Brain 2, since the creation of the United States, we thought we were freely electing our presidents, but they were pre-selected esquire positions by the British Crown. That's why the UK worked hand in hand with the Obama administration to try to get Hillary Clinton elected. And we stopped all of that, guys. We sure did when we elected President Trump. Now, they put a quote in there by John Adams. He said, there are two ways to conquer and enslave a country. One is by the sword, the other is by debt. And guys, we have been enslaved and in debt by the Federal Reserve for over 100 years. And this is hopefully all going to stop in the near future, because at one time, we had lost our freedom, our wealth, and our government. Long ago, all this happened, but now, here's President Trump and his team to save the day, to save our country. Thank you, Mr. President, and please continue to keep him in your prayers. Now, guys, we didn't know all these things that Serial Brain 2 is talking about, because the deep state has been in control of the education system. They are the ones putting out the history books, doing all this lying to us. And they're also over the fake news and the entertainment business. And they do all this, the news and entertainment, to keep us asleep and distracted. Well, guys, that's all changing. Now, I've got some good news. Maybe you remember, I certainly remember this and thought, wow, this is going to be great. Back in 2017, December, our president signed an executive order blocking the property of persons involved in serious human rights abuse or corruption. Now, guys, that means anybody arrested for this, they have to give up their property, their assets. It all comes to the government. So can you imagine when George Soros is arrested, when the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation are arrested, when possibly even Oprah is arrested, and we and many others in Hollywood, guys, and allegedly Oprah, don't want to get in trouble, don't want to get ahead of myself here, but Many, many in Hollywood. They have done some bad and evil things. It's going to come out. And we're going to get all of their wealth, guys. So all these people, oh, we got to worry about the national debt. No, we don't. It's part of the plan. It's going to be covered. More good news. The Department of Justice conducted an operation called Operation Broken Heart, where in April and May of 2019, they investigated more than 18,500 complaints of technology-facilitated crimes targeting children. And this has resulted in the arrest of 1,700 alleged online child sex predators. Guys, this is wonderful. This is wonderful news. Thank you. Just thank you so much for the good people in the Justice Department for doing this. Now, AG Barr, and Barr said he's over all this. He said the sexual abuse of children is repugnant, and it victimizes the most innocent and vulnerable of all. Guys, that's what we're fighting for. We are fighting for these poor children who have been abused, so please keep them in your prayers. Now, George Papadopoulos put out a tweet recently, and he said that Italy will soon be America's top ally in Europe, that they are giving up misfit and have already flipped on John Brennan. So, of course, we all know John Brennan, ex-CIA head under Obama, who I think still has his security clearance, and somebody needs to take care of that. It should have been gone long ago, but isn't that very interesting? Now, Bette Midler, she put out a very cryptic tweet. She put out a picture of a dog, and this dog had an orange shirt or cape kind of, wrapped around it, and it said, #wearorange, say yes to life. Now isn't that interesting? Is she saying don't commit suicide, just go to prison in the orange jumpsuit? Because many people have been committing suicide, and some people they say committed suicide. Well, they didn't commit suicide. But I just thought that was very interesting. And then, now guys, this is over the top right here. John McAfee, he is a Bitcoin millionaire, and he's been on a tweet storm. And he says that I've collected files on corruption in governments. I'm naming names and specifics. I'll begin with a corrupt CIA agent and 2 Bahamian officials. If I'm arrested or disappear, 31 terabytes of incriminating data will be released to the press. Now, he was talking about, I went to Tribune 242, I'll link it below. He was talking about the Bahamas Assistant Police Commissioner Paul Roll, allegedly now guys, and CIA agent Patrick Costello. But I'll leave a link. Then he went on to say, now on June 10th, he made this tweet, and he's talking about this coming Friday. He said, I will release the names of 25 congressmen and 5 senators from both parties who are coming up for re-election in 2020 and who must be recalled. And if that fails, booted out of office on election day. That power corrupts, and corruption is the enemy of freedom. So guys, I'll be waiting for that tweet on Friday. We have to pray for Mr. McAfee's protection, because apparently he knows a lot of stuff, guys. Now, isn't this interesting? AOC just got a $4,500 pay raise, and she says it's not even like a raise. Well, I don't know about you, but $4,500, that's a lot of money to me, and I'm sure it is to you. And then the congressional Dems want a pay raise. What? For doing what? Harassing our president the past 2 years? That's such hard work, you think you deserve a pay raise? I say absolutely not. That's ridiculous. Now, I'm sure maybe you saw that Jerry Nadler had been after Durham about what he's doing. So a headline came out. It said, DOJ letter reveals broad scope of John Durham's Spygate investigation. That must have been why he needed more office space. Remember when I told you about that yesterday? Now, the Assistant Attorney General, Stephen Boyd, wrote to Jerry Nadler, and it says that Barr's review of FISA abuses and spying against the Trump campaign is broad in scope and multifaceted. And Barr has directed a review team led by John Durham. And we know Durham will be talking to Christopher Steele soon. And Christopher Steele's going to sing, from what I've heard. And our favorite Anon says, FISA brings down the house. Guys, the guilty ones are in panic mode, all right? And maybe that's why Bette Midler is putting out that cryptic tweet. I don't know. But Durham and Huber have been working since November 2017. Durham's been working on the FISA abuse. Huber has been working on the Clinton emails, Clinton Uranium One, Clinton Foundation. And guys, it's all going to come out because it is going to take a little while. They're dotting their I's, crossing their T's. We don't want anybody getting off on a technicality. But Huber, this is what everybody says, oh, Huber's not doing anything. Well, this is what Huber's looking into. Emailgate, where supposedly Hillary sold our U.S. secrets to the Chinese. Uranium One, where Hillary sold our uranium to the Russians. And the Clinton Foundation, which is all about stealing children, guys, from different countries. It's awful. It's awful. It's all going to come out. Be prepared. I'm trying to prepare you here. Now, we're about done. There, you know, I told you there's close to 109,000 federally sealed indictments that congressmen and women and senators at all levels of all government are going down. So if you're looking at possibly wanting to change jobs, or if you're a young person looking for a field to go into, political science and the political realm might be a great place for you right now, especially if you want to help people, because let me tell you, there's going to be many job openings coming in the near future. And I'll just end on this, that President Trump was once an FBI informant. Did you know that? Apparently, you can't become a billionaire in New York City without working with unions and the mafia. And at one time, Trump was a secret informant to the FBI, and apparently he took down a mafia family or people in the mafia in New York. So, don't you just love our president? I know I do. Well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Right now I'm doing some research on JFK Jr., and hopefully I'll be bringing you a video about some information you haven't heard yet. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful day. And until next time, this is Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.